Hello, I'm Nick Arganbright, and in this week's episode of Opposing Roles. Season 2, Episode 14, Holy Juancamole. The heroes continue their trek up north. Everyone have dice, extra paper, pencils, their character sheets? All right, let's begin.
Here's your story, let's begin. The water's fine, come on, dive in. The future's here, it's right before your eyes.
Let's roll for initiative.
You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could.
This season, we're playing Dungeons & Dragons by Wizards of the Coast. Our players this season are...
Isaiah Shelwitz,
Jessica Gibson, Laura Spires,
I'm Will Scarborough, I am the DM.
and this is Opposing Roles.
You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could.
This is Opposing Roles. Season 2, Episode 14, Holy Juancamole. This is an almost actual play podcast with every season featuring a different RPG game system, sometimes reoccurring, other times brand new. Don't have anything to point out table talk-wise, a section where we discuss inside references or jokes at the table. If you feel we should have said something, please let us know at goodbadgeeky@gmail.com. Support Opposing Roles on Patreon at patreon.com/D4K Studios. Right from day one, $5 gives you early access to all of our podcasts, such as Opposing Roles, The Good, the Bad, and the Geeky, and the magically unauthorized misadventures of Rocky and Boinkle and Friends, plus unreleased audio tracks, archived audio, and more, such as original UTMT Patreon content, archived comics for UTMT, Dribble for Kids, and Tales of the 8th Grade Nothing, including brand new exclusive comics and other projects premiering for our patrons first, and more. For as much content as you have access to, you can cancel at any time after that first payment, and you can come back anytime. Become a patron for just $5 a month and support us by heading over to patreon.com/D4K Studios.
Yeah, just to do a quick recap, you were at a village, a dude died in the village, you investigated how that dude died in the village, why that dude died in the village, who might have caused that dude to die in the village. That led you to a doppelganger who caused that dude to die in the village. You killed him. Truly a narrative web I'm sewing right now. So yeah, you killed him. That led you to a hag's lair. They were in cahoots, if you will. You then proceeded to fight the hag. You killed the hag. A few days have passed since you left the small fishing village in which you encountered the doppelganger and the hag. Having now made more progress towards your actual destination, which was very loosely established in the original one-shot, as you had all been invited by a lord to the far north to join him at his keep.
Right.
And
That's the guy.
Yeah.
We did that. Of course we did.
I included that on the off chance we actually wanted to do something beyond the one-shot, because that was my original one-shot. So at this point, you are situated amidst a fairly large expanse of mountains and just a lot of rock, really. At this point, the weather has gotten significantly colder. It's not in a state of perpetual snow and ice, but as you progress, it's pretty difficult to get away from the kind of constant chill in your bones, even if you bundle up like that with a breast cancer awareness blanket. But as you're progressing through these mountains, you do see your destination situated amidst or not amidst, but along the side of one of these mountains. You see It's a bit far, so you can't quite make out details as of yet. But there's this very large fortress, like built into the side of the mountain, and you can see like a pathway that progresses down. And at the foot of this mountain, you see what looks like a small village. It's larger than the fishing one that you had passed through, because that village was literally like maybe 15 people. This one's not too much more, but it's big enough to where there's actually some fortifications, and you can see more than just what look like homes. The walls out around the city consist of primarily like wooden fencing, but there's the occasional like small guard post. And inside the buildings, while they mostly do follow a similar structure of kind of small houses and hovels, there is like a noticeable inn and a few stores as well as a smithy. And you're currently progressing along the path to the keep, or to the village near the keep. My apologies. When no one runs out from the town like the other two one shots.
Wait, should we wait a couple minutes?
You gotta give some time.
Everyone's gonna run. I mean, it does set us off on the right track. We're very confused, just like
I think we should just. Yeah, I think we should take a second, guys, and wait for C to someone comes out. If not, then we're good to go.
Out?
Everyone make a perception check.
Okay, great.
While I'll say stand probably about 5 minutes outside the town.
Oh shit!
I have to like recall how to do everything.
I believe that's going to be a 20 plus your wisdom,
and I have an advantage. Okay.
I just got lucky.
Make the app out.
Ooh.
Okay, I got a 20.
Wow, like a natural 20?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Continuing your luck as ever.
Nothing has changed, apparently.
I got a 17 with a 12 plus a 5.
I mean, yeah, kind of. See a fairly peaceful little village. I'd say tenacity with your natural 20. As you're kind of skimming the fortification, you notice like a single guard on one of the kind of small watch stations, and he's just kind of staring at you like, and you can kind of see him mouth to like another person like, why aren't they moving? As you all just kind of stand there like staring, like just kind of, it's this nice like standoff of like.
So basically, everyone else is watching me stare hard with our mouths open.
But aside from that, it appears peaceful. Everything seems fine. And the path that leads up to the keep does lead through the village. If you wanted to, you guys could technically circumvent the village to reach the path and start heading up, but that is up to you ultimately.
So just to be clear, we're supposed to go to the keep. That's the Lord we're supposed to see.
You had been invited by the Lord.
Okay.
It was the messages you would have each respectively received from him would have been pretty vague. Nothing necessarily like sinister, like come meet me at my banquet, I am Strahd. But more along the lines of like I am in need of assistance in this new land and stuff like that.
Cool.
I share the information with the team that there's an awkward-looking guard and his friend staring at us.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Are you staring at him? Because you should be totally staring at him right now.
Oh, you want me to stare back at him? I will freaking stare this guy now.
Yeah.
I continue to stare. Should I make a stare check?
Yeah, give me an intimidation check.
Yeah, it's a +4. Oh my god.
He just likes to brag.
Natural 20, you just literally burn.
Oh, I got an 18, so I got a 22.
You know, you're still rolling off that natural 20 perception. You stare back. Like he's looking at you very confused, and you look a little more. You know, you kind of start to burrow in a little bit, staring.
Everyone else in the group aware of my powers right now? Literally at their height.
So, I mean, you're making that weird thing with your face. What's going on? What are they doing? Are they doing it back to you? What's going on?
They're doing the exact same thing back to me.
Exactly what's happening. No, but you do see him. He's kind of like, you know, at first it's that curiosity, but then he's like you can see him getting noticeably fidgety now. He's got like a little spear and he's just kind of like fiddling with it. Like
I've successfully made the guards uncomfortable.
Yeah, you see him like turn to the other guard, and again he kind of mouths. He's like, Do we need to like attack them or something? I mean, he's just staring at me, but I mean, look at him. He's just, and like you see the other guard kind of walk up and like peer over his shoulder, and he's just like,
Is it going well?
Are we fighting?
Is it, or do we need to get ready to?
initiative.
Someone just charge.
Fierce smile. No.
I think we're safe to go into the town. That is my general gestalt of the moment.
All
They
right.
don't look scary. Let's go for it.
This guy was good for something. Good
Yeah.
job, tenacity. I try to give him a high five.
It's like it's an awkward paladin high five because we don't like do that type of stuff.
Oh,
but
yeah.
like it's there. It's there.
Yeah,
you know.
and then when it becomes more awkward, I grab the hand and I like try to make it cooler, and it makes it worse. You know.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh.
That is the worst.
So I love you, Snake Man.
Hey.
All right, well, yeah, you successfully initiated a ocular confrontation.
Are we walking in, team?
Yep,
Yeah.
let's walk on in.
As you all do start to progress into the village, the guard does noticeably like calm down. There's kind of like there's definitely still some caution. Like maybe he thinks now you were kind of sizing up the battlements since you are all fairly well armed. But as you approach like the entrance of the village itself, the guard does actually come down from the battlements to come and greet you. He's he is a human for the most part. There is something kind of not off of his look, but like his features aren't entirely human. Like his eyes are very light, and there's almost like a shine to his flesh. But he just kind of walks up to you. He's like, "All right, what was that? I saw you staring. Were you casing the place? What is this?"
That's him. That was him. It was all him. Him
Why
right
are you
here.
so-
I know.
Why
I was
is-
staring at him the whole time.
Okay.
Why are you
just
so
wanna
shiny? I asked that appropriate task because I'm racist.
it's a little inappropriate to ask.
Oh no,
someone
this
just-
guy's shiny.
I mean, you're already like staring him down, apparently, which pissed him off. Good job.
So as he says that, he's like, at least from the looks of it, you look like a paladin. Can you not tell? And he's like, oh, fine. And like, there's a
My
moment.
name is Tenacity. I am the paladin of devotion. Why are you shiny?
And he stands back a little bit, and you see he kind of. It's not like he's casting a spell, but you can see him almost willing something out of himself, and he starts to kind of shine, and you see sort of celestial wings burst out of his back and like raise up, and then it kind of dissipates and comes back down.
Ooh.
Like, have you never seen an Asmar?
Damn.
Again.
He like steps back. He's like, "No, I think I'd need to have lunch first."
Oh man.
Respect.
Shucks.
What just happened?
Turns into a side
Did we
quest.
just
for
witness a
Rito.
god? Is my character's life?
He did state he had asked you if you'd seriously never seen an Asmar before, which you would all know they're not like a super common race. They're kind of akin to like a tiefling in the sense of where a tiefling is kind of the blood of a devil, and Asmar is usually the blood of like an angel.
So my opposite friends.
Kind of, yeah. And they do come in different varieties. This one does appear to be a protector Asmar, which are kind of the like light Asmar. Like, so now that I've shown you that, again, why were you just standing there staring at me?
Tenacity.
Well, generally, we expect someone in distress to come running out from the nearby villages. And
Are you all having any kind of emergency going on here in this village?
let's go with that question.
Not that I know of. I mean, there's been the occasional like bear sighting, but nothing crazy. I mean, it's not like
Literally every other village has had an emergency.
oh, I mean, things are pretty okay here.
Hmm.
Cool.
Come up to check and see if we were okay?
Yeah. That was the reason. I mean, we're totally not here just to see the Lord, and thought, why not? But no, that we're here to see the Lord. We all got invited, and
Got it.
we wanted to
Yeah,
make sure that your village was okay before we did that.
We're
makes
heroes.
sense.
This is what we do. Literally.
All right, heroes. And he like gestures up like towards the keep. I mean, you can just go on that way.
All right.
Knock on the door. They'll let
Any
you in.
comments or advice on this mysterious Lord figure that we were invited to?
I mean, he's not shiny or anything, so you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, thank God.
Duly noted.
All right, let's go meet the very dull Lord.
I thank the guard and
He's like, what'd you say your name was, by the way?
my name.
Yeah,
My name is Tenacity.
nice.
Thanks.
I'm Juan. You
Uh,
can call me.
your name is Juan.
Yeah, they like to call me Holy Juan.
Hey, Holy Juan.
Hi.
Tenacity is
At least
having
one thing.
trouble holding it together.
Careful about your humor. Some of the people here are a little mundane.
Oh man,
Oh.
boring.
Sorry.
So I should just not talk to anybody here. Is what I'm.
It was just a.
Maybe.
That is
Walking
up to you,
disaster.
man.
I got it. I can play
Yeah.
good. I can play nice.
I mean,
Shall we-
aside from that, Tiber, I don't know. I haven't talked to him that much. He seems okay.
All right, then. Thank you, Holy Juan. We're gonna go. Yeah, guys, we're good to go.
We might
Yeah,
stop.
let's
We might
go.
stop by some shops on the way up.
Oh yeah,
Do you have any
shops.
good
We have
discounts or coupons.
shinies. Spread the wealth.
Walks up. Do you guys take Buck ID? Yeah, as you right by where you had entered the village, as Holy Juan walks back to his station. There are like kind of immediately along the road. There's an inn, and then what looks like a general store, followed by. But was there one of those that you were in particular wanting to go to?
No.
Does anyone want to stop by the smithy?
I can't do
Wanna
anything
stop
with
by
the smithy.
Oh.
You want to? I can go in. I just can't really touch anything because of reasons. Also, I'm a druid, and we don't like that shit. So,
I'm allergic to
I was
metal.
like, what's going on? Like something.
is it
you tell us
is it
to
that
know?
I'm allergic to it though, or is it like it's like against my whole belief system?
No, I mean druids can use metal.
Oh, they can. I thought they couldn't or something like that.
There's a bit of a weird, like in terms of the class itself, it's not exactly constructed to use like
I
a
gotcha.
lot of metal and stuff like that.
Okay.
But like you can wear rings, you can like metal. There can be metal on your weapons. It's just that they themselves aren't really like trained to like run up in plate armor or wield like a bastard sword or something.
I gotcha. I am fine then. I retract that. I am fine in
I mean, if
character
you
to go.
want to be allergic to metal, that's also fun. You have a party member that's literally made of metal.
All right.
No, I
Smithy, the party member.
let's go to the smithy if we want to go to the smithy. I'm fine with that. I'm not allergic to anything. I'm great.
What are you gonna get at the smithy, Tenacity?
It's kind of like mostly William just said Smithy so clearly. I was like, yeah, we should probably go to the Smithy.
Just start throwing in more things just so you have it. There's also a
I was like,
laboratory.
if you said like jeweler, I'd be like, I guess we should probably go to the jeweler.
You see an outhouse. We must investigate the outhouse. There's a hole underneath the outhouse. I will jump into the hole underneath the outhouse.
Mostly I was wondering if there are any magic items in the smithy.
So yeah, you go into the smithy, which outside it has a very aptly named sign that says "A Decent Smithy." You walk in. It's pretty standard for the most part. There's nothing like, it's not like walking into like the master craftsman of the north or something like that. There's a lot of horseshoes. There's some swords. There's some armor. It's tended to by a very very large man who is currently working on on what looks like a metal shield. Not an especially large one. For those who are familiar with weaponry, it'd probably be classified as like a buckler, which is just like a smaller shield that you put on your like around your forearm. But he's this large, like 8-foot tall man with a shaved head, a very, very long, bushy beard that you actually notice has some singe marks at the bottom. Doesn't seem like he's the most careful individual. But yeah, he's just currently hammering away. He's actually facing towards the back of the shop. So as you're all entering, he doesn't actually notice you. Good question. That's probably my notes from last session.
I know I have at least 173 gold, but I'm pretty sure those are my notes from the first session, not last session. So I have at least that much.
So
You're so responsible.
I have some generic notes, and it says 250 gold pieces, and then it says Huzzah plus 50 gold piece jewelry, along with some of the other stuff we got when I think we defeated on the hag, which was like a dwarven man with a helmet, 2 rings, and a green stone.
Oh, right. Forgot about those things.
Yes,
Pass those around.
The belt of dwarven kind and a hearthstone.
So,
A ring of swimming and a ring of lightning resistance. And yeah, but I feel like we all had, I think, so much gold pieces, and then I think.
Yeah, I thought we found a bunch of stuff in that cave at the end last time. I thought there were like jewels and stuff in there.
Yeah, I believe there was a bit of a hoard. I don't think I'd actually given the actual number for that. We'll say, for the sake of things, you can buy the entire kingdom. Congratulations, good game, guys.
let's try to
See you
suck
next
game
time.
over. As we have won.
You buy 1,000 deck of many things.
That would be bad.
Be hilarious.
Well, that too.
Anything should I use?
But it's probably around, we'll say, 250 gold's worth of general treasure, which would be like some gold, some jewels, some non-magical trinkets.
Hell, good smithy, sir. We are an adventuring group.
We should work on a name at some point.
Yeah, we should have
but
a team name.
Yeah.
I think we met you, good smithy. You just basically. We're not going to do the team name now, guys, but I'm glad we thought of it right now.
Yeah. Sorry. Continue.
I was just saying.
So he turns around, obviously, as you're saying this. He's like, I have many things.
Are any of them magical? Otherwise,
No. I have steel and iron things. And he again gestures around the room. I make them. Come here. And he gives you he goes to give you a hug.
I hug back.
Yeah.
I mean, awkwardly, because I'm a paladin, but I hug back. I'm a giver.
I kind of stand back, so hopefully the guy doesn't see me. I'm like, ugh. He's a hugger.
Give me a stealth check. Not necessarily because you're trying to hide, but ease to the back of the crowd check.
All right. 26. Natural 20 plus 6.
You don't necessarily hide, but you're able to kind of maneuver yourself behind the rest of the group. Maybe behind an anvil. Some barrels. You're not hiding. You're just away.
Feelings.
Admiring some of the lovely steelwork.
As I do, I'm also like, can't take you. Can't take you. Can't take you.
There's actually a sword that says, please take me. No.
Does anybody want to buy a sword or anything, or do we want to save our gold?
I was looking for magical items because I feel like I'm pretty well equipped with my mundane stuff. No big deal. But
I don't see I make good weapons for kids.
I believe you do.
Well,
it's a magical longsword, so it's pretty cool.
My long swords are cool.
Well,
actually, it's like a beautiful, beautiful longsword, if not overly embellished. Well made, but utilitarian.
If no one wants to buy anything, we're just gonna head to the Lord. If you have anything to want to say about the Lord, we will do it.
I have a question.
Ahead,
no, you're good. I do have a question. What if Magnus would like to maybe build something at some point and Would she have to like make? Can she just like use some of your stuff for free to build her own things? If she provides the metal, you just provide the space, or like would you have to? Would she have to like rent it out?
Thinks for a moment, kind of looks over at the anvil. He's like, I haven't worked with someone in a while. Sure. We
Well,
make
that-
good things.
Awesome. Just throwing that out there, something to keep in mind, especially if you want the magic stuff with metal stuff. It happen. She can do it.
Magic metal stuff. I like it. He like goes to give Magnus a hug as well.
Ugh.
Oh, always with the hugs.
He's a hugger.
All right, let's get out of here before he hugs anyone else.
Yes, please. It was a pleasure, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
Daytime.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
He like peeks his head out the door, like as you guys are leaving. Bye.
Bye. Bye. All right. I'm gonna
He
just.
kind of slinks back in.
That's really sweet.
Oh, okay. Can I actually hit up the general store real quick? I want to check something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in. Do they have any potions or anything like that, like healing or anything?
Yeah. So you enter the general store, which also has a very apt name of stuff.
Nice.
Inside, there's a kind of halfling man standing behind a small counter. He has a little name tag on that reads first name ACE, last name NUTT. And he just kind of looks at you. He's like, "How can I help you?"
I'm gonna lean down and like just look at the name tag, and I'm like, Ace Nut. Ace Nut. I would like your finest potions, please. I like to peruse your potions.
Pronounced Newt, but fine. All right. And he like pulls out like a box, and it's not like full to the brim with potions, but there are a handful. I'd say maybe about 6 health potions in all. From looking at it, you can see about 4 just regular potions of healing, which is the 2d4 plus 2. And then 2 greater potions of healing, which is 4d4 plus 4.
How much for everything in the potions?
For all of them? Thinks it does the math in his head for a moment. You know, kind of like how I am. He's like, well, for 4 potions of healing and 2 potions of greater healing, 600 gold?
Ooh.
How much for 1 potion of greater?
So that would be about 120.
Hmm.
Damn.
'Cause I do already have 1 potion of healing, I think. Unless did I use it? I have it written down, but from 2 times ago.
Yeah. I don't believe you had used it.
How much is your regular potion of healing then? If that's 100 and something.
It's just an expensive potion.
Well,
60.
the regular potions of healing are 100.
What? Pretty
What?
expensive, guys. What if we? What, guys? Psst. What if
Okay.
we stole them?
I'm not listening. I'm not listening.
Please make a
Not here.
stealth check.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What's your stealth?
Stealth would be if you're looking at the. Are you looking at the D&D Beyond sheet, Laura?
I have both of them.
It would be a dexterity.
Oh, I found it.
Okay.
Oh, I got 14.
Yeah, so you're like whispering that to the group. You like kind of pull them aside. As soon as like the word like steel comes out, the tenacity is just like nope. As soon as that word comes out, though, you just hear like a behind you, and when you turn to look, you see this halfling man wielding a blunderbuss that looks roughly the size of him. He's like,
Hey, buddy. We're just talking about all the nice steel products that we saw across the smithery.
You have a lovely store. It's what we're saying. You have a
Really
lovely
nice
store.
establishments in this village. We've never been here before.
I'll let you make a deception check.
I got 17.
Ooh.
He just kind of looks at you. He's like,
Good.
he just kind of looks at you and he like does like the pinky in the ear thing, like, oh, all right. Yeah, Huggy does good work, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we were just on our way.
Yep, on our way.
We're going up to see the
Awkwardly
Lord.
walk out of the store.
Thank you.
Yep. Do walk out.
But like for
Nice.
real, if we do, we just can't tell Tenacity, but we can send him in to like talk and distract, right? He just won't know.
La 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 la.
Earmuffs, Tenacity, earmuffs.
I already have earmuffs.
When we say distract, we really just mean have a lovely conversation with another lovely being.
Oh, I'm happy to do that, of course, since that's what it is.
Guys, we got this, but not right now.
Let's go meet the Lord. Maybe
Yeah.
he's cool. Maybe we'll get some more gold, and then we could buy him legally, maybe, if we feel like it.
If we feel like it. I like
we
that.
we could ask him if he has any work for us, or we could just go see the Lord.
Let's go see the Lord.
Let's go see the Lord.
Let's
Yeah.
go see the Lord.
All right. Yes.
Good time. That
Follow
was fun town.
So you leave stuff and make your way along the path up towards the keep on the side of the mountain. It's not too long of a walk. It definitely starts to get a little more blustery as you move into the mountain, like up the mountain. The wind starts to pick up. If everyone make me a insight check.
Ruh-roh. Oh shit! I got a 20.
11.
Unexpected.
18 plus 5, 23.
6.
You can deceive everybody you want, but you can't roll an insight check. I'm just saying. No,
I'm
kidding.
just all looks. You're welcome.
So everyone except as you approach this keep, you can get a better look at it as you're walking up, and you can definitely tell from just like first glance it is in a state of repair. Like it's a very beautiful keep. It is in excellent condition, but it looks like a lot of the reason for it being in such good condition is that it's being restored actively. Like it looks like the keep you're seeing now is almost built on top of a ruin of a keep, or at least a keep that was starting to deteriorate. Nonetheless, though, you continue up the path and you reach the very large portcullis that blocks off the interior from where you are. Without having to call out to any guards or anything, the portcullis opens. You can't tell if it's that someone was waiting or it's magical. It opens before you, and you're able to continue forward into the interior part of the castle. At the door, you notice much like our beloved Vin Diesel, another warforged who is standing at the top of the small flight of stairs. He doesn't say anything as you approach, like through the small courtyard. However, once you do reach the stairs, you hear in a describe the voice. It's a very like not quite Iron Man voice, like the cartoon Iron Man, but there is like almost like a metallic sound to it, as if it's not entirely natural, but it just like reaches out to you, and it's like he's like, "Are you my lord's guests?"
Yes.
We sure are.
We have invitations.
We've been expecting you for some time.
Yeah, we got a little delayed.
There's these villages. It's a long story.
And like a hag and a kidney.
Livers.
Lots
Livers.
of livers. I don't
So
know
many
if you have
livers.
one,
Want to talk about livers? We can talk about livers.
And there's a guy named Huggy and Ace Nut. They were
Yes.
cool though. They were nice.
We're aware of the villagers.
Mhm.
And he
Great.
just like immediately opens the door behind him, which this is a very large wooden door. Probably shouldn't be so easy to just push it with one hand. But he opens it and he's like the door just like it does that very like stereotypical like sound as he pushes it open. He's like, if you have faced so many things, that will come in handy for the task at hand. And he starts to walk in with these very they're not like loud steps, but compared to Vin Diesel, there's almost a like Vin Diesel. I imagine your movement is fairly natural in sound. There's probably a heft to it, but it's not like mechanical sounding. He's a lot more mechanical, as if he's been around, like as if he's more of an earlier form of Warforged. But he does lead you into this keep. It's a very beautiful interior. Like these very grand tapestries, random flying in my face. This almost silken carpet that just stretches along this entrance hall, full of light, completely different from the surrounding area where it's very cold, very harsh. This almost has a feeling of something that should be much further south. You even feel like more of a warmth inside this keep. As he's walking forward, you do see that there's another door ahead. Like it's a long entry hall, and then what you can probably assume is like a study or a meeting room. And as you approach it, the Warforged stops you. Like he holds out his hands behind him to like stop. And he's like, "It will be one moment. I need to make sure that my lord's business is finished before he meets with you."
Cool. I'm good with that. Yeah.
And he starts to walk up to where this door is. I'd say he probably stops you about 10 feet from the door. And you see him like crack it open enough for him to get in. Seems to be maintaining some privacy. A few minutes pass. If there was anything you were wanting to like do or snoop around this time, I'd say a good 3 or 4 minutes have passed at this point, and he still hasn't returned.
So, anybody else have a bad feeling?
I feel like I'm gonna have to fuck with the big guy, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
I'm feeling very confident about the situation.
I don't know. The last village leader we ran into turned out to be a hag who ate livers or something.
Oh, right.
I don't know.
That was a challenging time.
He said a task at hand. What is the task?
I could turn into a bug, maybe,
I like this.
but this could backfire poorly on me if I go underneath the door and they don't like bugs, which, let's be honest, who likes bugs? I don't like bugs.
It's like this super intense villainy scene where they're like sacrificing a child or something, and then they all just stop and they're like, "A fly."
A fly.
We're just waiting outside the main room for this
Yeah.
giant metal person to come back.
Did he give his name, by the way?
He did not yet.
Okay, cool.
Diesel, did you give your Warforged hello?
I mean, we looked at each other. I guess that's enough.
Okay, I don't know.
He's
That's-
way older than
You don't
I
know him? You all know each other?
No. I just slice people's heads in half.
He's very good at that.
I mean, technically, he too does the same thing, but for whoever that guy is, surely you maybe just cross paths? No? Okay.
Way
Not
to
all
make assumptions about
know
all
each other.
Warforged, man.
Are there any symbols or historical objects or religious objects or something that give us a sense of what the heck is going on in this place?
Make me an investigation check.
I will. I
All
will freaking investigate the heck out of this thing. I got a 12 plus 3, 15.
Okay. There's not any like inherent, or there's not any like overt heraldry or religious iconography. However, looking around, the decor is very southern in its nature. Not like you hear Freebird playing in the distance. No, it has like culturally there's a lot more. The general decor is something you would expect to see in a much more warm climate. If I'm putting it in terms of like a real world comparison, it's very much akin to like Mediterranean decor inside.
I will point out to my team that this does not feel like a Northman.
What do I know about men or lords from the South? Opposing Roles is presented by D4K Studios and is produced in conjunction with Nick Argenbright and co-produced by Ashley Carlson and Catherine Ranella. Our game system for this episode is Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition by Wizards of the Coast. Our cast is William Scarborough as the Dungeon Master, with Laura Spires as Magma Scortus, Isaiah Shulwitz as Tenacity, Jessica Gibson as Vin Diesel, and Nick Argenbright as Ludo. Our second season has also been made possible by our Kickstarter backers, such as Woos, Yannick, Doug Poeta, Christopher LeBlanc, Andrew, Kenny, Jerome Wetzel, Casey May, Anonymous, Tavia Ordway, Anthony Portillo, Jen and Brian Petrie, Guest 16555425418, Laura Spires, Kimberly Barr, Kyle Jepson, Becky Horseman, Kevin Heyman, Jaleesa James, Ariel Wiles, Max Messick, Kyle Keckley, Vivian Lermond, Night Gig Studios, Dave Olson, Shannon Marie Watts, Ian Gardreau, Nikhil Makija. Music for the show provided by Derek Shire and Pink Zebra featuring Benji Jackson. Please support our musicians by checking out the show notes for their respective links. We are, of course, on Twitter and Instagram under the username GoodBadGeeky. Follow that for updates on all the different projects I'm involved in, including Opposing Roles. Dungeons & Dragons and all related titles, logos, and characters are trademark property of Wizards of the Coast, and Opposing Roles does not imply any endorsement, affiliation, or sponsorship by the copyright and trademark holders unless otherwise noted. Opposing Roles is a production of D4K Studios.